Welcome back to Uncharted. So yeah, let's actually climb and try to find our way inside that submarine.
You know what game I'd love after Uncharted 4?
What?
Uncharted.
Don't you mean Charted?
Cart.
No. You guys both have the wrong idea.
Allow me to also bring up something.
Called
Allow me to also bring up something. Notice how, of course, Nate is all wet because of the swimming. The original Uncharted on the PS3 came out in 2007, and it was the first game to implement realistic water wet effects.
Wow.
Really? I thought there was one PS2 game that actually did do that. Oh wait.
Well, okay, fine. Maybe not the first, but the first one to really do it in a really, really convincing way.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, not
the PS3 era.
As we all know, even back from before with the Jack and Crash games, Naughty Dog has always had fantastic visual artists.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, now I remember. Funny you mention that, Pedro, because Naughty Dog themselves actually did do the whole wetness thing in one of the Crash Bandicoot games, maybe even two of them. You know, with a bit of the wetness factor.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, that sounds kind of disgusting. The wetness factor.
Then again, leave it to Naughty Dog to be well ahead of their times.
Basically, Darkstar. The gameplay of Uncharted is climbing, platforming, and shooting. Right now, we're mostly climbing and platforming.
And puzzle solving.
Yeah, puzzle solving. Not so much in this one, but starting with Free. Free had a much bigger emphasis on puzzles than the first two.
Speaking of puzzles, I'm glad that puzzle in Uncharted 2 you have a notebook with you.
Well, you have a notebook to give hints for, even for in this game.
Yeah, no, I'm just glad I have it.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know that puzzle within the little temple.
Mm-hmm.
With that big monk.
Which one?
Basically, Joe,
temple.
in the second game, there's a mission where you have to get one of them big statues in the right position for it to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to drop right down into the U-boat from there.
Is it a German U-boat?
Yes.
One of these days,
is.
I'm going to have to do Crash Team
Brilliant.
Racing.
I wanted to do Crash Team Racing.
Well, which one of you's doing the story mode?
Alright, then I'll do the multiplayer. Then I'll do the.
So,
the
Darkstar, Darkstar, think you can do the story mode while also getting the best ending?
Of course I can. That's not too bad.
Excellent.
Okay, Darkstar will do the story stuff, and I will
But
do.
the real question is, who do you want me to play as?
Oh, that's a tough pick.
Pick a number between
I'll think about it.
Pick a number between 1 and 6.
Wait, so there's more than 6 characters playable.
12 then.
8.
That's
Wrong.
You can't use the bosses in single player mode or story mode.
Right.
okay. Then in that case, play as Crash, I guess.
All right, with his big awesome smile.
Although at Darkstar, if you do you have any particular character preferences?
Not for nothing, guys, but hold on, cutscene.
Those 8.
It's a Naughty Dog game, and they're not saying anything yet. Ooh. Pleased to meet you.
This was the guy who tried to beat Ace Attorney, all of them in one sitting. And that was the consequence.
Look out! The coins are cursed.
Wrong story, Jova.
Decomposing friend.
The Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, actually, yeah. This is the guy who tried to marathon all the Pirates movies.
He died while watching the third
Trail
one.
just got warm again. Well, I just met a
Pity
guy
you.
with
If he'd have got to the
pockets full of
4th one, he
space
might have had a
cash.
chance.
Only the
But wait,
cruisers
Pedro, there's a
been
flaw in your
never
story.
seen before.
What?
Looks like our
No
German
DVD
friends
player
haven't
back
seen
then.
Well, shit.
No, Jover. He took one of the very old film things and did that.
And there's also another issue. Johnny Depp wasn't even around then.
But Jover, Johnny Depp's a time traveller.
Which movie established
And most
that?
importantly, Johnny Depp has a jar of dirt.
None, but he seems to be,
Aha! You've revealed your hand.
No, I got it, Jibber. Captain, Blackbeard in Pan is a time traveler, apparently.
But what does this have to do with Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp went to Blackbeard and asked him to borrow his time traveler.
And also, when was Blackbeard at this time traveling?
He went back to the 1940s, which would explain the whole smells like Teen Spirit stuff.
All right, now I think we're about to get that journal.
Yeah, yes, we are.
I'll explain to Darkstar after this cutscene.
Well, actually, we're about to get a few consecutive cutscenes. Oh,
Ooh.
oh, that's the sun.
Captain's quarters. Get this. He's still here.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, it looks like he was killed. Cut to shreds, actually. Oof, what a way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds terrible. Check his wallet.
We're all hearts, so.
Yeah.
No, that'd be like if we found someone dead and we were like, "Oh, take his phone."
I wonder how
he's
long
got-
I have to wait for someone to be dead to ruffle for their belongings.
And and hey, if they got an iPhone that supports that fingerprint scan, then
UK. What are those initials for?
Okay, Java. All right, Java. Here's an example. By the way, if I was talking about in part one, notice the shaved beard on Nate's face. If you go back and watch this cutscene on the PS3, you'll notice that it's not there. But his face looks more like it's made of clay than this one.
Or what?
Yeah. You could point me towards that Digi's comparison.
Digital Foundry. Hold on, I'll get billing.
can you put it in Jova's
Yeah,
chat?
well,
Anyway, Darkstar, there's a scene in that new Peter Pan movie where they sing "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
They actually do that quite a... Okay. Not that particular song, but they do a lot of things, like incorporating popular pop songs into actually cool remixes. As weird as those songs were, they were not badly performed. In fact, in some
that's
cases,
true.
they were done better than the original.
Yeah, well, Blitzkrieg Bop was an interesting choice. But anyway, back to the story. Unless Nate all of a sudden decides to sing,
Oh, we've seen this before in Indiana Jones. The typical rival archaeologist.
Fred's yours, Sully? I'm Gabriel Roman. Yeah, I know who you are, asshole. Manners, young man.
Oh, goody, he's British. Obviously, he's legally obligated to be a villain.
obviously.
of course, Jova.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not.
turns out.
Well, to be fair, Dweebs himself is kind of making these stereotypes seem all the true. So.
And we've seen that Shiroi herself is quite a dark side.
Yes, plot twist, me and Shiro are actually working to overthrow Pedro and Jova and become the leaders.
Oh, never mind.
Ha! Joke's on you! Pager's only the second in command!
Alright, where are we at? My browser cut out again.
Okay, go ahead to 9:30.
Yeah.
Unless, of course,
All right,
Okay, we'll count you in.
there you go, Joe. I just sent you the link.
it might compensate
Thank you.
for all this
Check that out on your own time, because trust me, when you see them side by side, it's like night and day.
But we need to have a battle of who has the superior mustache.
And made El Dorado.
Coincidence? The Germans were
And get ready, Darkstar, in
nothing
5,
to do with it.
4, 3,
So,
2,
square?
1, click.
for now. But just in case you need a
Oh
reminder.
crap!
Hey, come on, leave him out of it.
Yeah, don't you guys usually just cut off a finger or something?
No, that's Italians.
No, I think this will hurt him a bit more.
Now, whoa. Come on, Roman. He's got nothing to do.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
he interrupted his sentence.
And he's dead.
Obviously, since
They're nice.
obviously since there are sequels, we know that he doesn't die. But
What?
Don't worry, Dwebs. They explain.
We'll see. Pedro, I forgot. Are we gonna see later in this part also the twist concerning Sully?
No, Jova. Remember, we'll only meet Sully later on, midway through the game.
No. You remember that scene where we see what's up with Sully later? Is it also in this part, or is it gonna be in the
Oh, that! Not yet. No, that's still gonna be a
Ah.
bit before we get to that.
Yeah. Because if it wasn't the same part, I'd have told Dwibs. Dwibs, it's not really that much a spoiler since, almost immediately they show that he's alive.
That's for leaving me at the dock. What the hell are you doing here? Listen, I'm a good enough reporter to follow a couple of no-luck tomb robbers.
Well, would you be able to follow Lara?
That would actually be an interesting crossover.
Robert now. Sully's dead. Yeah. And we're next if we don't get out of here.
That's a Crash Bandicoot level called Tomb Waiter.
Yep.
Yeah, this will be you. Sony and Square Enix team up to make Uncharted 2 Raider.
Alright, so now me and Elena have to try to get the hell out of here and get past all the various guards. Okay, so another thing that's also been a thing that kept going through the series and was even brought back in Last of Us from the moment Joel gave Elliot that gun. Naughty Dog partner characters. Don't worry, the games don't become escort missions, fortunately. And they do help you, and the AI is fairly good in shooting enemies. Help you out.
So I guess that since we're playing Explorer mode, this will be a lot more of a breeze than this was in our original playthrough.
Yes, Explorer. Since I'm playing in Explorer mode, all the guards fall with just one shot.
Yeah. Okay, might as well state. Okay, audience. This is sort of a thing, kind of
No,
exclusive.
allow me, Jova. Did you notice how even though he died with just one shot, I still shot him a second time? That's because I'm used to the PS3 version, so by instant I shoot more than once. Yeah. Go ahead.
I forgot, how many bullets could these guys take in the original?
Oh, yeah, Shiroi. In the original, it could take from 3 to 4 bullets, but since I'm playing Explorer mode, just 1 bullet per guy.
Huh, which is weird. It's kind
Got
of
one
realistic.
bullet to kill you or to kill other people?
Other people.
Yeah.
Basically, actually, that's a good segue, Shiroi, so allow me. Basically, there's no life bar in Uncharted. The way it works like in Call of Duty. Basically, whenever you get shot, the screen gets slightly blurrier, and it keeps going that way as you get shot. And you can even see blood on the screen sometimes. And whenever you're under heavy fire, you should take cover and rest for a bit and wait for the screen to get back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5 also adopted this mechanic.
So, Shiri, according to cliches, because you and I are British, we're actually evil and planning to overthrow the leaders.
The villain.
Yes, we're either evil or posh.
Well, yeah, the villain. Yeah, being a throwback to 1940s adventure serials, obviously the evil, the bad guy has to be a snooty British guy.
So yeah, audience. Basically, see, it was scenes like this in the original Uncharted 1 that really sucked out the experience for me. Not that it was. I mean, not that it wasn't fun, but it tended to drag. That and guards took a lot of HP.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I can understand giving them a lot of HP, but sending them in swarms and still intending for this to be an action-adventure game, you can definitely tell Uncharted 1 was one of the first action-adventure games of the 7th gen.
Uncharted 1 did not age all that well. However, I still do believe it's a good enough game today. It's not great, not very good, but still good. Just good,
Yeah.
I think.
I'll just say, I'll just say the original version's fair enough, but dear oh lord, thank goodness do we have this remaster.
Yeah.
It improves it significantly, and even still, Uncharted 1 isn't all that remarkable, although it's a lot more playable.
Yeah. Well, what saves this game is the story, because the character interaction and the jokes and the overall lighthearted tone is very fun.
Yeah. Now Uncharted 2 and 3, although a lot of fans seem to argue more so 3 because For some reason, fans. Oh wait! I had that mixed up with another.
Trust me,
franchise.
Jova, I'm the Uncharted fan myself, and I still don't get to this day why people like to shit on Uncharted 3. But we'll get to that when we get to Uncharted 3.
Do they crap on it for gameplay or story?
Both, actually, and I still don't get it.
Oh,
Is
boy.
it Pedro?
Even Jim, when he reviewed the Nathan Drake collection, he said Uncharted 1 didn't age badly, Uncharted 2 is good but still flawed, but Uncharted 3 is a damn good game. That was his basic verdict on the trilogy,
So,
basically.
Pedro,
Yeah?
those criticisms don't get as bad as, say, Astro Boy having a political agenda,
No,
right?
no. It's nothing like that. Basically, the most basic criticisms that Uncharted 3 gets is they don't like they don't like how the story is a bit silly, even though all of Uncharted stories are silly. But whatever.
Does
And-
it get,
Like, well, is there
does
like
it get
more?
more? How far sillier does it get, or is it around
No,
the same
no.
as the other stories?
Okay. Basically, sure. Allow me. Okay. Basically, in this scene, in this game, the most over the top it gets is moments like that moment where we were being almost falling for that bridge in the last part. That's the most over the top it gets in this one. But starting with Uncharted 2, Naughty Dog decided to make the big appeal of Uncharted the set pieces, the action set pieces. One of the most remarkable ones is in Uncharted 2 with the train sequence, which is one of the most remarkable action set pieces I've ever played in a game. It's so fun. And Uncharted 3 took it to the next level by, like, for example, just to give you an idea, sure, there's an entire sequence in Uncharted 3 where in a plane, and we literally fall from the plane, and we have to grab boxes in the air to try to get the parachute so we can naturally land safely. Basically, Naughty Dog embraced the silliness of Uncharted, and all for the better. And all for the better, if you ask me. I don't get what people's problems is with it.
What other problems
I
did he have
think
with
I
that
get
game?
it. I think I get it. I think I get it. See, here's the thing, Pedro. One thing that 7th Gen introduced were the conflicts of how realistic people wanted video games or not. There were some people who were okay with a balance, and then there were those who were obsessed with realism in video games because, OMG, 7th Gen actually looks real, unlike the PS2 era, which, well, let's be honest, never really looked real. That's not to say it couldn't look good, but, well, there's a reason why PS3 was the first to ever try going for the realistics more so than cartoony. Anywho, but yeah.
It seems like from what you're saying, Pedro, that it seems to be down, like, the game wasn't bad, it just seems to be down to what people's personal taste.
Yeah, another thing that I don't get is that even the gameplay itself, people tend to criticize stuff like the level design and stuff. I don't see. I found the level design in Uncharted 3 to much more creative than say, for example, this game, and even some
Sounds
elements.
like the criticism that people gave Super after Thousand Year Door.
It makes
And also the criticism that people give Indiana Jones 4 after the likes of 3, 2, and 1.
more so too, but sure. But we'll get to we'll get to commentate on that on great. I'll get to explain that in greater detail when we get to the actual game itself.
Pedro, one more question. This is my ultimate ridiculous test that I devised for myself.
Go ahead.
In Uncharted 3, does Nathan go to space?
No.
Okay,
That's what Uncharted 5 is for, Liz.
It's not that silly then.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why every time someone who hasn't played Uncharted goes, "Oh, Naughty Dog decided to sell out and go for the gritty, realistic." But have you ever played Uncharted? If there's one thing Uncharted is not, is realistic.
And yet, ironically, it sounds like the main criticisms people have towards Uncharted 3 is for it not being realistic enough.
And people, I'm pretty sure half those fans are people who like Indiana Jones.
We'll get to that. For now, let's try to commentate on this
fun
one.
game, jeez.
For now, let's.
This is
Oh,
the internet.
cutscene.
We can't have any fun.
You always been this popular?
Oh, that's one.
Well, I do seem to attract the scum of the earth. No offense. Do you have a good memory?
Yeah, why?
UK 2642. You got that?
Yeah, what is it?
It's Kriegsmarine coordinates. I think I know where the Spanish took El Dorado.
El Dorado.
And then she gets it log by log coordinate and you end up in like Antarctica.
The Spanish found the treasure. They had to move it there, to that island. Krieg followed them.
Well, what are we waiting for? I'll get the story and you get whatever it is
Closure.
you're after. Come on.
Yeah, my mentor just died.
I can take care of myself. Besides, you owe me one.
True.
I suppose I
Yeah, okay, I think about it. That's the one problem I've uncovered. His long friend and mentor just died, and he's going on about it as though it never happened.
Well,
Well,
it was the spur of the moment.
Born yet.
I mean, he was in the middle of being shot. He didn't really have the time to grieve.
Let's get a closer look.
Otherwise, we'd have one of those silly scenes where he cries and the guy's still quick to shoot him for some reason.
Don't worry, Dwibs.
No, there's no way I wouldn't want to say it like that. That's just daft.
Don't worry, Dwibs. I'm pretty sure Neil Druckmann will bring on the drama in Uncharted 4.
Yeah, okay. As long as you get a good balance sometime.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm sure they will.
Uncharted 2 and 3 do a much better job with that. So.
Yeah.
And
When you say
That's one.
Shot down.
Enough with the damn camera. We gotta bail out.
Does this thing even have parachutes?
Now would be a good time to look.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope these things still work.
We'll find out in a second.
Have you ever done this before?
Of course. You just.
Yeah, easy.
Are you coming?
Kind of busy right now. Get going.
Oh shit!
It's the like I've said, it's the cutscenes that really make the experience because the cutscenes are very well written.
Yeah, you're kind of wondering, gee, it's a shame that I couldn't play during awesome sequences like this. Well, that's what the later Uncharted games are for.
Yeah, much like what Joe likes to say. This is another one of those games that suffers from the first game syndrome thing.
Yeah.
First installment
Basically.
weirdness.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like with
He's-
Robot Wars.
Oh, he's
like a-
scared.
It's like with Robot Wars. Shira, have you seen that show?
I've seen a couple of episodes.
Yeah, it's weird how the presenter of the first series.
Oh dear.
Crap.
There's a hole in it.
Yeah. I love how the guy he acts all macho, but inside he's truly deeply frightened.
But wouldn't you be scared if people were gunning you down and you had to jump a few thousand feet from the helicopter?
Yeah. But the funny thing is that he acted even more frightened than the reporter. He truly. Then again, it's nice that he has a human
She
son.
was
He's
probably
not-
running on adrenaline because she was also scared.
Oh, by the way, we're pay attention, Shiro, because this is one of my favorite lines in the game coming up right after this cutscene. I love this monologue that Nate's about to say.
Strangers trying to kill me. Leave my map on a burning plane. Plane is missing. Most likely dead. That's great. Great start, Nate.
Yeah, great start, Nate.
Wonderful start.
Great start to our adventure.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Christ, you have a worse start to your adventures than Phoenix Wright does to his trials.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Well, Dwibs, you have not seen certain trials yet.
Great writing. Anyway, see you for the next part, everybody.
See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.